So what has happened to Luminar Neo? Well, it's gone. Skylum have decided it's a game over for the name, not the software. So don't panic. The software is staying, well, not as it is, it's updating, and I'm going to cover that in this video. But the actual name itself is going back simply to Luminar. So Luminar Neo is no more. You're going to have Luminar for desktop, Luminar for mobile, and Luminar for web that is coming as well. So it's one of Skylum's rebranding exercises that they do time to time, but they're bringing all of those different platforms into line just under the Luminar umbrella. But that's not all. There's been a lot going on at Skylum recently, and I'm going to share that with you in this video. The first thing, really exciting, Luminar Neo, I just called it Luminar Neo. Luminar is getting a complete interface upgrade. Is it an interface redesign? Yes, absolutely. But Skylum has said, please don't call it that. Call it an interface upgrade. So that's what it is. The interface has indeed been upgraded. I'm going to load that up and show you now, and then we're going to talk about 3 brand new tools that are coming with the full upgrade, and then I'm going to explain to you yet another pricing change. Yes, another new pricing structure to get our head around, but it's actually quite simple once you understand it, which I think I do. So right, let's look at the interface. All right, let's open up Luminar Neo, and right away we can see some photos. My wife's not going to be happy that it loaded with that one, but we're going to roll with it, guys. There's all sorts in this catalog, and I don't even know what's in here. So bear with me as we glance around the new interface. So first of all, up the top here, we have breadcrumbs. So those of you familiar with computer terms, breadcrumbs is just a way, Hansel and Gretel style, to find where you've come from to get into your folders. So if I were to just jump over here to a completely different folder, a Star Wars shoot I did quite some years ago, then you can see up here that the change in folders is reflected up here at the top. There are a lot of other changes as well, such as being able to collapse down the left-hand panel, bring it back out, and if we were just to open up any photo, you can see that it opens nice and large in the screen, which is the impetus behind this redesign. Interface upgrade. The idea being that the photo itself becomes the hero of the frame, allowing us to easily make our adjustments and see what's going on. The photo is always front and center. But one of the things I really love is this little section up here. I can quickly see all of the main camera settings right here. So I can see my ISO, the focal length, the aperture, the shutter speed. Regardless of which photo I go to, that's going to be changed and reflected up there. Now, if we are working on a photo, what we can do is stay within the photo without having to hop between different tabs to the presets, to the tools, to the catalog. We can just stay on our photo and just come in and select a preset. See how it looks, go to a different one. That's awful. Move on, go for simple, clear skies, whatever. The point being, we don't have to leave the photo itself to go to a separate tab. So while I do get excited about new tools, being a professional photographer with a large volume of photos to deal with, interface improvements that actually make my workflow more efficient might sound boring, but it's that I actually really value in a photo editing software. So genuinely, I'm actually really pleased with these changes. There's a couple of other things. Let me show you those. So let's say we're done with our Star Wars shoot and we will jump into this family photos section here. Wow, bit of a throwback to my kids when they were much, much younger, much sweeter. So to save my family the embarrassment of working on one of those photos, let's open up this one and let's do a really rough edit. Let's do an auto adjust, throw a bit of Enhance AI on there. And I've got something to tell you about Enhance AI very shortly as well, which is quite exciting. And let's do a little bit of relighting with what I think was one of Luminar's best new tools added last time around. I really, really love this. It's got so many applications. But anyway, this video isn't about that, but look, before and after. Now, let's say I want to make a change to something that will appear in my edit stack. Well, previously we had to jump into the edits tab, but as you can see here, we can stay with the photo and just open edits right here. So now we have that history of our editing and we can just jump straight back there, make an adjustment. I don't know, put some more smart contrast on there. Yep, that looks much worse, Anthony. And then we can just carry on editing from there. So the actual workflow itself is really nice. We've also got the info panel, which can come up, but you may have noticed before, just by clicking on this section here, automatically opens that info panel. So everything just seems much more intuitive. The workflow just feels much nicer. I'm very happy with these changes. Before we talk about the new tools that are coming, I just noticed that I have 3 images here that were handheld, shot to be part of a panoramic stitch. Now, usually we would have to go back to the catalog section, drag them into the Pano merge tool. However, now, again, we don't have to leave this interface. We can just click on the extras, and you can see that this now is where all the generative tools, enhancement tools, and the merge tools all exist. So I can just grab these from the bottom 𝗏𝗚𝗏𝗽𝗍 here, I think that's the technical term, drag it into the HDR merge, panoramic stitching tool, let go, and then just click start. And a lot of these tools have actually had enhancements done to them under the hood. And one of those is more speedy processing. I was going to talk to you about it while it was doing that, but it's already done it. Yes, I do have a pretty fast processor, but still, this is way quicker than it used to be. So yeah, kudos to the team for actually improving these tools. I'm going to hit continue, crop, yep, create my pano for me and save it. And just like that, I have a new panorama to work on. So this is actually a really nice improvement. Let's just throw some accent AI on so it looks a bit better. Here's our before and our after. Thank you very much, the developers at Skylum. So this begs the question, who is actually going to get this interface upgrade? Well, the great news is we will all be getting access to this updated version on August the 5th. So if you're someone who just enjoys using Luminar as it is and you want to get hold of this interface, you don't have to pay anymore, which is a really nice thing. But if you're a bit like me and you like the new tools, they're bringing out 3 new features, maybe more that I'm not aware of, but 3 have been announced so far. The first one we'll talk about is Enhance AI. It's having a complete overhaul. They're going for version 2 of the tool, and the idea behind it is it's going to be able to process the photos with a little bit more, what should we say, finesse and intelligence. So the AI will read the scene and more intelligently apply things like contrast, color grading, exposure corrections. So I actually really like Enhance AI as it is. I think it's a really powerful tool for quickly improving our photos. And so if it's going to have a bit of a kick in the pants to make it even better, then that's a good thing. The second big improvement that they're bringing out in the full upgrade is a compositional tool. It's like a grid overlay, similar to how Lightroom does it if you're familiar with Lightroom. But basically, when you're cropping your photo, we're going to be able to flick through things like the golden ratio. I think it's called the golden spiral. It's getting late here in New Zealand. I'm pretty tired. The problem is Skylum have brought out so many new things. It's a lot for me to take in, and I just wanted to share this information with you, but my head genuinely feels like it's going to explode at the moment. Let's just move on to the third thing, and that is Fog 2.0. I think that's what they're calling it at the moment, working title. But we've currently got Atmosphere AI, and I really like that tool for adding mist and fog to the landscape photos, things like that. But the AI that runs it, it's not super intelligent. It does an okay job, but if you've got complex 3-dimensional scenes, sometimes it struggles to wrap that fog into the scene, as it were. But as we saw with the light depth tool, Skylum have got some technology that is pretty amazing at actually reading our 2D photos and interpreting what 3-dimensional data actually made that photo up. And so using that 3D mapping, they're going to be able to give to us a much more effective and accurate tool for creating fog, smoke, atmosphere in our scenes. So I'm really looking forward to that. Now, there's a fourth thing that just came. I said there was a lot. A fourth thing that came to me, and that is they're also doing a print module. People have asked me for ages, like, how do you print out of Luminar? And to be honest, I've always gone back to Photoshop, Lightroom, and other tools when I want to actually print out my work. But the fact that they're now going to be bringing in a print module directly into Luminar says to me that I may actually be able to keep my entire workflow within Luminar now. So, the proof will be in the testing when that's actually released, but it's another step forward and another thing to get excited about. As I find out more and even get my hands on these new tools, be assured I will make a video and share all of that information with you. Okay, now for the bit I've been putting off, the hard bit, pricing. I'll try and keep this simple. If you're brand new to Luminar Neo, there are 3 different tiers or options that you have. And I'm going to recommend go to the link in the description below, go to the official website and have a look for yourself. It's basically from owning just the basic desktop version all the way to owning the complete Luminar ecosystem of desktop, web, mobile, and you now get access with the top tiered thing to their entire creative assets library. So that's things like skies, textures, tutorials. There's over 50 hours of tutorials there. So that's for people brand new. If you already own Luminar, you're probably used to the idea of an upgrade pass. So in the past, in spring and fall, when they update the software, it comes along with the option to upgrade if you want, entirely your decision, with one of those passes. Those passes are now gone, and they are instead introducing what I think is a better system. It's called Luminar Prime. I don't know where they got the idea for that name from. And probably the best way to think of it is like a year's subscription to Luminar, but you will still own Luminar. You will always own Luminar. That is yours to keep. The subscription part of it entitles you to any upgrade that they bring out within that year. Once the year is done, if you decide not to carry on with that, you will still own and have any upgrade that they bring out during that period. It's not going to disappear from your version of Luminar. You will also get access to the generative tools for 1 year, just like with the passes they used to do. And also you'll have access to their entire creative assets library. You're going to get all the tutorials, all the assets, the skies, the textures, presets, things like that for 1 year, or as long as you decide to stay a member of Prime. I nearly forgot to say, with Prime, you also get access to not just the desktop version, but the mobile and the web version as well. So it's basically everything within that Prime subscription. So if you decide that is something you want to do and get a year's worth of upgrades instead of the upgrade passes, there's a link in the description below where you can currently get it for 50% off for a limited time. It's only available at half price up till August the 31st. So if you want to get hold of that, I would absolutely jump on it right now. It's one of those things though, no one's twisting your arm to get it. If you want to just keep using Luminar as it is, you can do that and you don't have to put your hand in your pocket. But if you want to take advantage of the opportunity of grabbing this stuff while it is on discount, now is the time. I would love it if you use my link because I do get a small commission from that, and it just helps me keep creating all this free content for you guys. So I hope that helps you out. As I know more, I will make more videos, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll do my absolute best to answer them. And if I don't know the answer, I will reach out to my contacts at Skylum and find an answer for you. Thanks so much for staying with me. It really was a lot to take in, right? I don't even know if I've covered everything. There's so much going on at Skylum. Wow. Straight up, this video has been made in a bit of a rush. So if you would like more of a deep dive into the new interface, just write interface upgrade in the description below. And if enough people request it, I'll make a video on that and I'll put a little bit more prep work into making sure it makes sense. Okay, cheers for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.